Hey guys, the Langbanger here. So I wanted to go over some cards that I've picked up recently. You can actually see it's a pretty thick stack. Um, I do still buy cards here and there. You know, I've mentioned this in countless videos. For the most part, I just don't get really pricey things, but I do like getting the really cheap cards, or maybe there could be an upgrade to foil that, might be, a couple of cents or like a dollar or something. Those are the sort of items that I still pick up. So you'll kind of see with this stack, what sort of profiles I'll have coming your way eventually. So let's just hop right into it. So first off, I have the Materiactor Gigaboros. I think this is a really cool card. I'm kind of thinking like Burning Abyss sort of deck, and I just think it's really cool that you need two level threes to make it, two plus, and then basically you can add a card attached to it to your hand. So I kind of thought that's a really good kind of toolboxy like item. There could be a lot of level threes that you have under this that has a useful effect, and then you get to reuse it or just replenish your hand sort of. So I kind of like that. Sacred Tree Beast Hyperterion. So this is another negate like card. You need two level nines to do it. Not much to be said there. I do have True Kings. I don't have Virtual World, so that wouldn't be a way for me to get into this. But, just for True Kings, or just in general, I think it's good to have generic Exceeds, Links, Synchros, etc., just laying around for a rainy day. I did pick up Infinite Tracks. Some of these cards were old, but because of Urgent Schedule being reprinted, it pretty much prompted me for picking up everything that you're going to see. So I picked up one of the River Stormer. I did pick up another Lieb. I think that's how you say it. I already had one, but now to have two. I mean, this card's insane. It's a OTK enabler. I did pick up the new Dual Avatar Fusion. You guys have seen a Dual Avatar profile on my channel, so that was kind of a given that I would do this. So essentially, like, this one you need, let me see here, the Koku, and then the other one is the feet. Or the other one is the hands. This one you need the feet, and then other materials. So I did pick up Wind Witches. So this more than likely I'm not going to be using, but like it was just so cheap. I figured why not. I think I own all of the Wind Witches now. Pretty much in sets. I just picked up two of that because honestly I'm like, I don't really think I'm going to be fusion summoning in Wind Witch, but we'll see. I think Wind Witch and Invoked could be a nice combination, so we'll kind of see what I come up with there. So as I said, got the Wind Witches. Winter Bell, that card's really old, but Diamond Bell, that's out of the new set, and sorry for any glare. So that's pretty much all the fusions and synchros. Now let's go into the links. So I picked up an extra Griffin just because I already had one. I picked up two Infinitrack Goliath. I picked up a Anger Knuckler. I picked up another Cross Sheep. So if I say that I pick up another copy of something, essentially my thought process is just to keep multiple decks built at once and not have to, strip the extra deck. I won't do that for really expensive cards, of course, but, something like that, not a big deal. I did pick up a set of unicorns. I already had one, but kind of the same thought process. It's just that good of a card, pretty much. Oh, excuse me. Every deck that you build is pretty much going to be using that. This is a new card out of the new set. I just decided to have one of that, so it's just, again, just having the utility, things laying about. So here's the other Materiactor. I believe we only had this guy and then the Dark. So I think that's pretty cool. So you can special summon a level 3 normal monster from your hand or deck by discarding a card. So kind of my thought process on this is, one, it gives you materials to link with if you want, but I'm also thinking like, okay, this is a level 3 Dark. I can summon a level 3 normal from my deck. I mean, it sucks that you got to use normal monsters, but I'm kind of thinking like that could be an easy way into Dante or the Materiactor Exceed. Exceeds aren't, that good, right now for the most part, but I just thought that was a good engine, and the fact that it's dark and it's dragon, I really like chaos related decks and themes. Just kind of a natural fit. So there's the freeze bells, there's the blizzard bells. Machina Underclass Par. So this card's really cool. I don't know if this would replace, certain cards in the deck. I mean, Scrap Recycler's really good, but the fact this is a Machina card, it's just really cool. When it's added, you get to special it, and then you can dump. I just think that's a really cool card. I mean, low value. Ijoma Pink. So I really like this card. So it is a level 2 beast, and essentially when this card's sent from the hand to the field, I'm sorry, you can activate this effect. Each player draws one card, and then each player discards. So the whole rest basically doesn't matter. I'm just thinking to be able to just draw like nuts with some sort of deck, like Dangers or Dark Worlds, and just combine this and maybe do a Chaos, or I don't know, something along those lines. But again, it's just a common, so who cares? This card. I'm not even going to try to say his name, but my thought process on this is a level 3 Fiend. It's a tuner, and it's a light. So you can get this off Tour Guide, and my thought process was Tour Guide, grab this, then, whether you link or you exceed or whatever, you have a dark and a light. So that was kind of my thought process. I was kind of doing some research. I think like the best light Fiend card was the Fabled Kushano, and it's like, yeah, it's really not doing anything, but at least this is a tuner and just gives more utility. Radiant Voracent. So I don't know. I just like that it's a dragon, it's a light, and then when it's normal summon, while your opponent controls a monster, I can discard a card and then send any number of these from the deck to the grave, and then once per turn, if this card's in the grave, you can make this card in the graveyard become a dark until the end of the turn. So again, same thought process. It's a light or a dark. It's, dragon. So a lot of these cards that like I'm showing you is kind of fitting under that theme. Virtual World Totu. I think this was a card a lot of people were talking about. It is a Virtual World card, but I'm actually kind of thinking to put this elsewhere because there's not a lot of worms. So I don't know. I was just kind of thinking, this might be a way to get rolling. And I can't even think of the theme, and it's killing me. It's the one with Vishuda and Ashanda and all that. I was kind of thinking, it's literally killing me because I have the deck, but I just got a brain freeze. So if I think of it, I'll come back. But then next up, I picked up Dare Cranes, Rail Cars. So again, trains, Earth Machines, Infinitrax, I'm just picking up all that. I do have ABC also. So I'm just thinking mix match of, Machina with Infinitrax or trains or ABC or, I'm going to be doing a lot of playing around there. Next up, I picked up a Trencher, 3 Night Express Knights, more trains. I never owned this card. It's a good utility card. I mean, we do have Pankratops at 1, so that's why I decided to pick that up. More Infinitrax. The Bullet Train. I'm very happy this was reprinted. So I ended up picking up 3 of those. I did end up trading for 3 Odd Eyes Revelation Dragons. This was something that I've kind of wanted for a while. There's not a lot of cards you could search off this. Chaos Emperor Armageddon, which I did pick up another copy. So now I have 2 of those. I kind of do want a 3rd one, but I forget the other card you can search out. It's the one that searches out Supreme Kate 0. Oh, the Dark Worm. I think those are really the only targets you would want to do. But again, light and dark, dragon, right? So Photon Orbital. So I'm very happy this was reprinted. I don't know, it was like 50, 60 bucks. Might have been a little lower, more recent, but, it was really high for no reason. I gotta pick up one more of those, but Railroad Stampede, right, Machine. I did pick up 2 red layers. I'm kind of thinking like Monarchs, or, you know, it's just in general, you know, a free body. Somehow I just never owned this card. I mean, I guess it was money when it was like really good during the Monarch format. But yeah, I got that now. Gotta pick up one more. More Infinitrax. I did pick up foil 4-mud skippers. So I do have Salamangreat. I think that Salamangreat is going to get more support back. I don't think Circle would go to 2 or 3, because essentially with Rhoda at 1, I don't think that would be very wise to put Circle at higher than 1. But I could definitely see like Gazelle going to 2, Stalio going back to 1. Those sort of moves. I'm not saying if I'd be healthy for the game. I think like the deck deserves a bump, but I don't want things to get like too crazy. But I do like 4-mud skippers. So another Cybers deck would be Marincess. I don't own that. Maybe I will someday, but you know, I just got cheap upgrades. On to the spells. Magical Stone Excavation. So this was reprinted in the Speed Duel. You kind of can see the stamp there at the bottom. I love Diamond Dude Turbo, so that's essentially why I picked this up. I mean, like, I used to have 3 Ultras back in the day, back when I played a ton. I've just had commons then ever since. I mostly just sell anything that's like money anymore, and then, you know, I just keep anything that's low rarity. So I just re-upgraded. These were like $1 each, so why not? This card actually it might be my favorite card out of the new set. So, send 1 monster your opponent controls that was special from the extra deck to the grave, then your opponent gains life points equal to the original attack and defense. So it's really cool that you're sending, not destroying. I also instantly thought of Dark Reficule, or Nurse Reficule. Sorry, I forgot the name. It's been a minute. I have that whole deck too, but it's just been in storage for I don't know how long. But I think that's really cool. It could see side deck play, but then who knows? Maybe I'll make a Nurse deck. So, Wind Witch Chimes. You know, as I said, Wind Witches. Tilted Try. I kind of like this card. So, when you draw, for your normal draw in your draw phase, you can reveal one of those cards, place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw 1 card. So, it's like a card trader, but then when you draw a card effect, or when you draw by a card effect, you can reveal one of those cards and send this card to the grave, and then if you do, place that card on the bottom of the deck, and then if you do, draw 1 card. So it is a field spell, so you know it is a little slow, and it would have to stay on the field for a turn. But I'm just thinking any sort of draw cards I just want to pick up, have off the side, you know, yada yada. This is my 3rd Kujikiri Curse. 3 special schedules. So the Kujikiri Curse, it's probably for a rank 9 deck like True Kings, and there's a whole lot of, you know, level 9s that are different types and attributes, and then you have that spell card that lets you summon them. So the World Legacy card. So special schedule, urgent schedule, so that was a really big one. I think that the original copies were like 20 or 30. I think these are like 5 a piece now. I'm very happy with that. Revolving Switchyard. I did not have foil Wonder Ones, and I just decided to pick them up. Really, no real reason. I mean, I could see me using this in like Shaddolls. I mean, there's Invoked. I mean, even Wind Witch, right? So I was like, why not? They were like 20 cents a piece. Spool Code. Very random, but kind of thinking like Salamangreat. Basically, when your opponent declares an attack, while you have 3 or more Cybers monsters in your grave, negate the attack, and then you get 3 tokens. So there's not many cards in the game that give you like tokens nowadays, and the really good ones have pretty much been banned or limited, or you know, something along those lines. So I got the new Dual Avatar Trap. I got 3 EMR. So I like machines, so with that effect, just stop there. So I'm kind of thinking it's a way to kind of surprise the opponent. I'm not saying it's practical, but it's just, I picked them up. 2 summon limits. I have owned that card in the past. I guess I just sold my copies or lost them, so I just got 2 more copies. I got to get 1 more. Sales Pitch. I really like this card. It's not a new card, but just the fact that you can pretty much search anything, I think that's absolutely nuts. So somewhere down the road, just searching one really key card, whether it's a win condition or just something that you need to, finish off your hand. I mean, I don't know if the game will ever be slow enough to where a card like this would be good, but again, same thought process. They were like under $1. Then the last card is Angel Statue Ezurun. So I love trap monsters. I mean, for the most part, Paleo and I think Eldritch are trap monsters, but that was pretty much the only two archetypes that are trap monsters that ever did good. I really like this card though, so I just figured why not. So that was my overview. Kind of some randomness, but I just wanted to get a video out there and you can kind of get an idea of what sort of decks I'll be making upcoming. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. Peace.